Welcome back. On the streets. On the streets. On the front lines. Oh, people sometimes ask me out there, what am I doing out there? It's a fair question. What am I doing out there? I'm compelled to tell the truth. There's a lot of us out there you can get on the YouTube. You're going to see things that you don't see or hear on the mainstream media because they're there to lie to us. Anybody that's tuning in, subscribing to my channel, pretty much knows most of the things I'm already talking about, but they're witnessing me implanted into people that may not. And that's I feel what I'm compelled to do. I think that every truth teller out there feels compelled to tell the truth, and I don't know what reasons they're doing it for. I'm doing it out of self-preservation. Self-preservation and empathy I have for the people around me. Most of the people around me. Unfortunately, I don't have that ability in me to look well upon the people that are trying to do harm to us. Because those of you that don't already know, there's a ruthless elite that have been in control of a lot of things for a long time, and the only reason they've kept us around this long is because they needed slave labor. And with the advent of AI technology and robotics, they simply do not need us anymore. Without applying any religious aspects to anything in the Revelations, which basically foretold all this, we are heading into those times where the elite are going to try to eliminate the population of the world and reduce it down to 500 million people by their target date is 2045. You can read about these things easy enough by doing the research on Agenda 21, Agenda 2030, Agenda 45. You can look at some of the things that have come out of the Bilderberg meeting. You can read books like Tragedy and Hope. You can watch documentaries like Alex Jones's famous Endgame, which I highly recommend, or peruse the YouTube on any of these topics and get up to speed soon enough. What I'm doing out there is on the front lines is you becoming a witness to other people getting red-pilled. Hopefully us getting some information that we are not already getting, or confirmation on things that we already know. And of course, then there's the sideshow circus of the idiots that will try to do everything they can to silence the truth or discredit me out there. Good luck. Now for the commercial part of this, things are not getting any easier. We all know that. As this battle intensifies, things are going to get harder. It is harder for me to maintain just my current level of production. So I do need more support just to maintain this level, but it needs to get better than this. I need to expand. This cannot last. I need to get to a better spot. You're about to hear why rolling by right now. I live in a place that is nearly impossible for me to do my videos. I have to do this when there's no construction, when the people that live in this house are not here, so when I can get some semblance of privacy. So if I'm going to continue or to expand this, I need more of than what I'm getting. And of course, that's where only you can come in. If you can help me expand in any manner, in any way to contribute to my efforts, if you want to join my team, you would be team member number one. What I'm looking for is someone to help me put a marketing strategy together on the internet. I need a marketing manager, someone to help me look into the best affiliate program that would help me get some income coming in other ways, where I don't have to keep on begging you guys for to contribute or go purchase my products, which I shouldn't have to beg you to do, but increase the numbers so I can not only just maintain a level, I need to expand. I mean, I need to this, and I can't maintain where I'm at. Just can't do it. This has to expand. So, would you please contact me if you would like to join this team and help me get to another level, or we can possibly save ourselves. That might be an idea. But I really appreciate if you do that. Just contact me through my email so possibly we can make a dent, slow the process up of them eliminating us, and even possibly go ahead and turn the tables on them. That is the fight. And if you can help me in any way to join in on it, great. If you cannot contribute by being a direct influence, then contribute in other ways. I've got the PayPal account, which you can contribute into. Become a patron, which would be great. Then I can start budgeting. If I can get that up to where I know I'm getting X amount of dollars coming in every month, that's terrific. But I really, really love it. Another great way to spread this message is to wear some of my designs. Like the one I have on at the moment. This is an old one. You can get this design in color. So you can go out and start conversations and spread the message that way. The visuals are a great way to do it. Symbols. That's why I use them out on the streets. It's just, it's the costume I wear, the Uncle Sam outfit, my artwork, the cutouts are all imagery to go ahead and grab the attention. So my designs on sweatshirts or t-shirts or cell phone covers is one way to do that. Every little thing helps to subvert and counter the propaganda that we're bombarded with. So help me in this fight. That's all I'm going to do here. I'm sorry this went on so long, but there's things that have to be said. And this is a judge we got. And this is why I like being out there. I mean, you don't get to speak to people and influence that often too much in your daily lives. When I'm out there in the streets, I always have the opportunity to speak to people in positions of authority that might be able to make a dent or a difference. And of course, it's always interesting to get their take on what is going on. And hopefully, might be able to infuse them with some things that they don't already know or discover that they do know and ask them what they're doing about exposing the truth. So when I get to speak to a judge, it's nice. I didn't get to speak to this one as long as I like or get into depth with them because judges by their nature are very aloof and keep themselves. They keep things close to the vest. They don't. They know what they're subject to and how they can be treated if they say or do the wrong thing in public. But I got what I could out of him. He was a nice guy. He seemed to know what he was. He seemed to be on the right side. So again, you know how this works. If you enjoy this, if you like my efforts being out there doing this, then please, I need help. I need more coming in. I'm not doing this for just me. I'm doing it so I can save other people. Help me do that. Help me do that. Because I'm going to be out there until they drag me off the streets. I'm going to be out there until I get carried off. I'm not going to go hide in a honey hole, much as I'd love to. Oh, incidentally, Casey, if you're watching this, and I'd rather be eaten by a bear than die on the streets of this city, a hero. Casey's a gold miner from Alaska that I got to speak to. Unfortunately, I didn't have the cameras on. He's a fascinating individual. And he has a gold mine in Alaska that he works 100 days out of the year. And I'd give my left nut to be where he is. So if you're listening, Casey, then I could really fund this thing. So at any rate, let me get to this video. I don't want to bore you guys anymore, but, you know, again, subscribe, like, share, contribute, and let's get on with this.
Circuit judge.
In Missouri, it's a, I don't know how to, felony cases, civil cases, 25,000 and up, and some domestic stuff, so, you know.
Great. Well, the whole Judge Kavanaugh hearing things, what is your...
That was atrocious what they did to that man.
Yes.
That was atrocious. I mean, I was in high school in 1982, and this guy's as clean as they come, and the fact that they had to go back to 1982 means that.
I saw a meme, and it was this, like, little infant or kid, and he's being held by this woman who's very well endowed, and he's staring at her, you know, like...
I saw that.
Yes, yeah. There goes his political career.
It's so sad. It was sad. It's a tragedy what this has come down to. I mean, shame on them. That was my opinion. Shame on them for ruining this man's, or trying to ruin this man's life. So,
what's happened? What do you see before you now? I mean, there's a whole thing about, you know, the immigrants coming up, them clogging up the system. Is that happening in your district, or is that?
Well, I mean, it's all over the country, but I thought it's been the biggest problem for years, the illegal influx, and I mean, everyone's all for doing things legally, but I think it's not breaking it's going to break us. I mean, eventually, I think.
Well, you see my question of the day: why allow low skilled workers into the country when AI robotics are taking over away those jobs? I mean,
it's horrible for our economy. It's horrible for crime. You just can't have it, which we do, but you can't have thousands of people just saying we're coming, and you can't stop us. I mean, that's just not
laws are laws, aren't they?
Yeah.
Did you catch Camellia Harris yesterday? What she said about ICE?
I've heard her in the past.
Oh, this is like, you know, on a Richter scale of like whoop, right? Grilling this ICE representative, asking him what his perception is that ICE is being seen as somewhat like the KKK. I mean,
it's just, you know what? If the laws are there, I mean, if we're just going to take down the borders and just be done with it, why even have a country? I mean,
but indeed, but God bless the professionalism of the ICE agent that was there.
Oh,
because he's just, you know, well, ma'am, I don't see any correlation between. And I'm respecting the laws that you passed. I'm like, that's all I'm doing. I mean, I'm not basing anything I'm doing on racial terrorist ideologies.
But there are people who buy into that stuff, and that's what's scary. I mean,
and then I'm looking at this past election. I've been asking people, can you name one election that flipped from D to R? 16 of them have flipped the other way from R to D since the election night. And we're supposed to believe there's no shenanigans?
Yeah.
There are shenanigans. There's a lot of shenanigans. I mean, how can you have a 60,000 vote lead and then within a week later they're going, well, now it's down to, you know, what? I mean, it's like, seriously?
And where's the RNC? Where's the outrage? That's what I want to know. Where's it? And where's the prosecutions? Why aren't we seeing her in jail?
Yeah, I know.
I wish she was.
Well, if there's any one thing I'm hearing out here from the people I speak to, is lock her up wasn't a campaign slogan. I mean, the two-tier justice system that we're seeing, that I'm sure you're trying to do everything you can to rectify, is really what burns a lot of. It's what got him in. it burns a lot of people.
Well, yeah. If we did what she's done with her server, we would be we'd be in prison.
Why hasn't? And here's another thing with the FISA document. Where are the FISA judges? Why can't they come out and? Because that evidence is being held up, and I'm wondering why. To me, releasing the FISA documents unredacted would just drive a huge wedge into the deep state.
Well, I mean, it's painfully obvious that we all know what happened. They made this shit up. They took it to those judges, and when it will come out, and it will. But
you think so?
You don't know what'll ever happen. I mean, because look what we already know, and nothing's happened. It's frustrating. Yeah.
That's why I spoke to a 25-year career investigator for the Attorney General's office. And I asked him, are we ever going to see that? His first words out of his mouth were, no. All we ever do now is embarrass. That's all you'll ever see. It was sad. That was like a year ago, and hopefully it's not prophetic.
Well,
Thank you. It's very nice talking to you, sir.
Good luck.
I think we're all going to need that.
Yeah.